Oh my god, everybody, how are we doing? How is everything going? It is Wednesday evening for me. It might be Wednesday, it might even be Thursday for some of you people who love to time travel in this great place we call the world. Wow! Wow, people like to really show up precisely on time, don't they? Let's just jump into it. I went from about 3 viewers in that intro screen to 8, like right at 6. It was like, bam! Here comes 5 more people. And I'm like, oh my god, they are precise and, what's the word I'm thinking of? But not like meticulous. They are. It's like when you're right on time for something. What's it called? Fresh since it's Thursday here. Oh, like poignant. I don't know. I don't know the word I'm thinking of. But anyway, we are gonna have some fun today. Cowboy Hat Valley. If we can get someone to just meticulous, like, can I have a stenographer in chat? I will talk extremely fast to make everything super difficult. There might even be times that I just do and like no one types anything, and Cowboy Hat Valley is like, what's going on? Oh my god, what is this doing? Oh my god, someone tell me what happened. And everyone's just like, nothing. He was messing with you, man. James Riev, hello. How's everyone doing? How's everyone doing? No, I'm gonna also be nice and start this. Gotcha. I'm also going to start with this. Thunderfin salutes everyone who showed up right on time today. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. It's very, very pungent, or not pungent, that's like a smell. What is the word I'm thinking of when you show up right on time? Bard Turtle, I give you props for trying. I give you props for trying. Punctual, thank you! Thank you! Oh my god, what is that? Is that Isilia? Or is that like an exclamation part and it's just Cecilia? Iscasia? Another Anon, howdy howdy, how we doing? Everyone gets the word but me. Awesome. 11 viewers. Those 3 people that came up at 6:02. Everyone's like punctual. What happened? Are we late for something? What happened? Why is everyone typing punctual? I was 2 minutes late. I'm sorry. Rocket Star, it's completely fine. If you gotta go eat, you gotta go eat. I mean, I'm halfway through the stream. I'm gonna go make myself some dinner too. So I got home from work like an hour ago. Jumped in the shower and was like, all right, I gotta get my stream prepped and everything because I had a bunch of chores and I almost was like, maybe I start the stream a half hour late. Maybe I do that because for work today, my trucks. I'm a rebel. Timely. Oh, James Riev, look at that. Pulling out a thesaurus on us, giving us many different lingos. Yeah, my truck today for my first load, because I work at Pepsi, I'm a merchandiser for Pepsi, so I go from store to store, filling the shelves up. That's what I do for a full-time job. Much rather be doing this for you guys, but I do that because it pays the bills. And I didn't get my first truckload until around 10 in the afternoon. I start my day at 6, so like the first 4 hours, I literally just sat there going, man, I could be streaming until my truck comes here, but I'm on my phone in a town 30 minutes away. I wish I was at home. Someone shoot me. So I didn't get home until like 5:15, jumped in the shower, was like, oh god, I gotta start the stream in a half hour, everyone. Quick, make sure everyone knows that I'm still going live. I came here, I did it, we're on this. Awesome. Thank you everyone for tuning in. A few updates here. So my amazingly wonderful girlfriend, who if she's watching and I was not buttering up, I always talk to you like that. She, for Valentine's Day, was very, very amazingly generous. What she did is she's been watching the stream every once in a while because she lives in a different, her own apartment, I guess, until we start moving in together in April. And what she did for Valentine's Day is she watched the stream and she actually went ahead and got a freelance artist to make me some emotes that are coming shortly. So, oh my god, that's so amazing of her. So we will have emotes coming shortly of the things that I've been talking about. She said she commissioned for a Thunderfin salute, right on ya, a Spanish Inquisitioner Chronomoth, and the newest one is an Electro Hopper, which will just be a large stink eye. So look for those in the future. Look for those in the future. If you all want to, once they come out, if you want to sub to use them, be on it. Just start spamming that stuff whenever you can. It's going to be great. But yeah, that's going to come in the future for you guys, for all my subs out there. All my future subs, they are going to be coming from a apparently like professional freelance artist who does Twitch emotes. So that's awesome. Yeah, I know, she's amazing. She really is. That's really all the news I have for right now. I've been in somewhat contacts with a bunch of people, obviously, because everyone's trying to get a hold of me, talk to me, and stuff like that. And I do apologize if I don't respond to you right away or miss your messages. A lot of people are trying to just chat with me on Discord, on Twitter, on Facebook, all this stuff. And I work. I can't really stop and use my phone a whole bunch, so if it's during the day, I might miss it, which is why I highly encourage people to start using my contact page, because my emails will be on my email page until I can get back to you and actually respond to your email appropriately. Unless it's just something like, hey, what do you think of this? Like, simple message, that's fine to type in a Discord or Twitter or whatever you want to do for that. But yeah, she's also, back to the, I almost like sidetracked. Scrub Kid, hello, how are we doing today? But yeah, back to that. I've been in talks, apparently Salvi B watched my 12-hour stream, and he's apparently a fairly common or well-known now TCG player. He was playing, I think he's playing Magic the Gathering on the arena, and now he's getting into Lightseekers. And he just wanted to talk to me for a bit because he saw a 12-hour stream, so I was doing stuff, and it's like, yeah, man, no problem. So we chatted for a bit today. He's actually going to be probably the first person to actually send me content for my content creators webpage. So, nice little plug there, nice little segue, I think. If anyone wants to be part of that content creator page, all you got to do is send me a brief description of what kind of content you're going to put out to grab viewers' attention. Give me the link to whatever content site you're using, and then a picture to be able to associate you with your content. Yeah, Salvi B said he's going to do it, and he's actually, I think he said he got hired or he joined a team that's like an esports team, and he's actually going to be part of a Lightseekers League on that team, who's going to have him travel around to events. So look for him at some of the physical events if anyone goes to those. Salvi B is going to be going around to those, so I think that's pretty awesome. About to pass out since I want like 5 decks. I'm doing a deck list for each deck. Oh, I'm doing a checklist for each deck. Why are you about to pass out? Is this Apex Legends? Apex Legends? Who's Apex Legends? I don't know if he is, or who, or you're talking about. I know Apex is an amazing. Apex is a hero, right? Oh, you mean it's 1 a.m. Oh, Scrub Kid, please don't pass out. It's a BR game. Really? That's pretty interesting. What I'm playing is Lightseekers. I don't know if that's Apex Legends. Or what he plays is Apex Legends. I have no idea. Oh, you're playing that game right now. Interesting. Interesting. I might have to check that out. Apex Legends, or just get acquainted with it if it's something everyone is into. S-Dubs, I do not take sarcasm on this channel. I'm a very straight, serious person. I wear bow ties to work, carry a briefcase that I eventually split into a table to have conferences wherever I go. Filthy Phil says, hey chat and Razor. Oh, way to include me. Way to get those brownie points. Filthy Phil, actually, nice segue too. We are going to be testing out your Lil Kitchen Witch deck today. I have not built it. I just pulled the page up and I was like, dude, I really want to play this deck. It looks super fun. It looks super fun. So, first of all, we got some new missions. We're not playing Storm today, so I feel fine about just rolling this one. I think we're going to be playing at least 5 games. I think that's a pretty good one to roll into, don't you? 200 Storm cards, though? Really? Well, I got to play Storm sometime this week, and I really wanted to just keep playing my Astral deck this Saturday to climb ladder with it. But I guess I'll do that on my own time. So anyway, let's jump into the collection here. Let's build this. Let's build this Lil Kitchen Witch. Mamba the Oracle. Now, people that don't know this, people that have not apparently had a chance to look at this. Ooh, I got 40 shards. This hero says store expired poison buffs under this hero. So now obviously if they remove them, they're not expired, right? They have to actually rotate out and expire. Expired poison buffs go under this card. When you're about to take damage that would defeat you, reduce it by the number of stored cards under them. Then discard them. And the soul kicker of this deck is Cursed Grave. Now, I thought this was just a really interesting interaction. Cursed Grave, obviously you sit there, it's stationary, doesn't rotate, just static sits there. Now what it says is when any of your cards are discarded by a card effect, like Mamba the Oracle's effect, store them under this card. When a third card is stored, it deals 7 damage to the target. Move the stored cards to your deck and expire this buff. James says Curse Grave is my bae. So like when I'm thinking about this, it like the poison buffs, they obviously rotate really quick, or rotate 4 corners, whatever you got to do. Then they go under the hero if they don't have burn. And then afterwards, when you're about to die, you just play a Curse Grave out when you're low on health. Hopefully by that late in the game, your opponent has tried to like remove all your poison buffs, make you not as much of a threat. You still get like at least 3 under the hero. That's really all you're looking for. Then you put a Curse Grave out, and they go in for a lethal kill, either through buff damage or anything. Those cards reduce that damage, put it under there, and then they get hit for 7. And hopefully, with all of your taking poison damage and everything that you've done so far, the 7 damage just kills them before they get a second chance to kill you. So it's kind of like one of those, oh, I got lethal, I'm going to finally kill him. It's going to be great if this buff goes off and this attack card, and you're just like, Curse Grave. And you're like, wait, what? How? Huh? How did that? What? Like, that interaction just put a smile on my face and went, oh, that sounds so fun. And the best part is they're moved to your deck. They don't go to the discard pile, they move to your deck. Oh, Filthy, oh, there's a whole lore to this. So, Filthy Phil 88 types, little background. The Kitchen Witch is a good witch from Norwegian tales. You place the doll in your kitchen, and it is supposed to bring health to the kitchen, preventing bread from failing or molding, and making sure your meals always taste just right. Interesting. I like that little tidbit. Is there a classical actual doll that you buy, or is it just any doll that kind of looks like a little kitchen witch? I wonder. Like the iconic Elf on the Shelf is always like that red suited, lanky looking mofo. But anyway, I'm gonna start building this. We can all chat about it as we want. It runs 1 amplification hex. Runs a burst of venom. Oh, I'm all under shadow. That's why it's not showing it. I was like, what's going on? It runs living shadows. I'm a fan of that. Obfuscation. Awesome. And a venom veins. Ooh, just a lot of poison. A lot of poison. I like that. Mudzo says, played around with the hero, and that card today was fun. Curse Grave won me a game. Nice! And helping you win Lightseekers matches too, as long as they take place in your kitchen. Well, I mean, I live in a loft, Cowboy Hat Valley, so essentially my entire apartment is a kitchen. That's just a great tidbit of info, and that's why you don't like dolls. Shives, hey, what's going on, man? James Drifts, I'm terrible at naming decks with names like Tech Deck. Hey, man, all you gotta do is take that name, put it on a Storm deck, mess with everybody. Yeah, I'm bringing my Tech Deck. Oh, okay. So I gotta, high damage, watch out for the Crazed Bomber, and then all of a sudden, like, you whip out a Storm, and you're like, I thought you said it was a Tech Deck. No, that's just the name. That's just the name, it's Tech Deck. I'm really bad at naming things. And then you start playing, and they're like, oh my god, you fooled me! That's how you mess with them, James. That's how you get the psychological warfare on it. Now this is a little bit of info in case, like I said, in case no one has seen the deck yet. Freshton says, I'm in top 100 on Lightseekers for the first time. Freshton, way to go! Way to go, man! Take some time and dedication. Now, Filthy Phil did a really, really cool thing here. He added in time so that he could actually rotate through his poison buffs super quick to avoid them from getting removed. Because it only stores the expired ones, right? So it only expires. So he wants to just power through his stuff. So he actually added in a Flynamo, which is hilarious because as soon as Flynamo got nerfed, everyone's like, God, what a dead card. This card is never going to be run. Like, there may be some deck where you want to rotate your stuff, but it's going to be so bad. And this one, you're just like, yeah. Oh, I'm going to rotate these poison buffs, and you're going to wish I was dead. It's like, that's a really cool tech. Like, you put down, like a Draga Hoarder or a Draga Hunter, put down, Flynamo heal for 1 possibly, rotate it so it does 2. Next turn it'll do 4 and it'll expire. And it's like, wow, this is insane. Mud Turtle, no, that AA is reserved for my Thunderfin. You go into your AA and you call it AAB. You remove that name right now. Thunderfin gets the AA for me. I don't want our decks getting mixed up. Unless he's also Thunderfin, then we're fine. Then it's completely fine. Yeah, Filthy Phil, that was like, wow, that's a really cool tech. I really like that. My Storm Hero as a tech item, totally tech. Scrub Kid, yeah, exactly. It's totally a tech deck. Got place 82 with my classic Lugnut. Freshen, that's awesome. That Lugnut deck was a lot of fun. I very much enjoyed playing that thing. You guys are coming up with some amazing decks. I gotta say, thank you very much for just being the creative group that we can all get behind and just, you know, give one of those old breakfast clubs, one of those, where it's like, we did it. Signed, the Lightseekers community. Just like, it's awesome. And then most of these decks are actually making it onto TradeYour.cards, an amazing website for the community to share your deck list with other members of the community who have not quite learned how to play the game yet or just want to find out fun, amazing decks to test. TradeYour.cards. Check it out today. It's awesome that people are actually posting their stuff there, and it's getting noticed. Like, there's just, I mean, it used to be just like a bunch of mine. And ever since I started doing that, just a lot more people have been, you know, putting their decks on, which is awesome. And I'm seeing very familiar names for the people that like watch my stream, and I'm like, yes! Yes, people are doing it. Yes, my voice has an impact on the world. But anyway, I'm gonna try and build this deck while I'm talking. It's very difficult because when I talk, I like to use my hands and I like to express and vocalize things. Now he runs Epic Master, which is awesome. It's rotate all your action buffs one step forward. So you just like you spam all those poison buffs and then you quickly rotate them all to the final corner. I think that's really interesting. He uses 2 of them in 1 Fountain of Time. Fountain of Time. Serpent's Fang. Oh, Serpent's Fang is the poison buff. Or the poison item, isn't it? Is that what it is? Serpent's Fang is the poison one? Yeah. You rotate one of your poison buffs 1 step forward, 2 damage. Interesting. Interesting. I mean, this could also work. We'd have to... Because I think what I'm seeing here is... Oh, he also uses Tyrax Historian. So aside from 2 Epic Masters, a Fountain of Time, and a Tyrax Historian, those are the only time cards he runs. So I guess, I mean, maybe while we're playing it, we could try it out. Use it with Razo. Nice. Nice. But yeah, I mean, if this works really well, I mean, I don't see why not. It's essentially the same thing, but it's 2 more damage. So Serpent's Fang, it could fit really well in this deck. It's also, you know, we already have superior poison, whatnot. But it's just, you know, 2 damage plus a rotation of your poison buffs to get him expired really quick for her. I could see that working really well in this deck. I mean, it might be something that we try later on today. We'll try his version. And then I might just be like, awesome, I'm gonna do one of those, hey, I didn't do my homework, can I go ahead and look at yours? He's like, yeah, just, you know, change it up a little bit so it doesn't look like we copied. And it's just like, all I did was take out time, put in a Serpent's Fang, and then like modified 4 cards, and it's like, hey! Kind of like what I did with Dark Catcher's Brutzo deck? I cannot think of the hero name now. Also, there's no healing. Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, with minimal healing, flying mode could just be really good. I mean, that tome saved me so many games just because of the healing alone. And the tome is just really good. So we got 1 Tyrax Historian. Bam. Now onto the Dread. We have 2 Assassin's Guilds. We have 2 Corvus Shades. We have 1 Cursed Grave. 3 Draga Hunters. 1 Necrophant. 1 Noxian Assassin, because it's just really good in any poison deck. 2 Pestilent Specters. 3 Putrid Infestations. 1 Putrid Shaman. 2 Shadow Puppets. Interesting. Have you been finding yourself you're just killing everyone too fast that you don't need to worry that much about buffs from opponents, or what? 1 Tantosian, which we will get in a second. 1 Toxic Frog. Okay, so then down the line. 1 Tantosian, 2 Umbrons. I like the Umbra tech in this because obviously it shows that your hands are coming out, boom, right away. So you want to refill your hands as much as possible. And they include 2 healing, which is incredibly nice. I like the tech of 1 Tyrex Historian. Helps you with the card draw of stuff that you don't really need right now. If you're really looking for a Flynamo and you just really want something, or if you just have all poison and you have Assassin's Skills, you don't need it. So I like this. It looks very well thought out. Very nice John, Fresh Phil. Or Phil, wow, Fresh Phil. That is a complete hybrid of a name. Filthy Phil and Freshjin just became one person in my mind somehow. Oh, we got someone commenting on a YouTube. Just got here. We theory crafting? JNels22. No, we are actually not theory crafting. This is a deck found on TradeYour.cards, an amazing community-built website for you to share your decks with the rest of the Late Seekers fans out there. Filthy Phil 88 actually made this deck. So I found it on the website, figured, hey, I'd try it out, test it out, see how it works. All we're doing right now is building the deck. We're just chatting right now, hanging out in stream. We have not even hit the play button, so you are just in time, JNels22. If you're really 22. Filthy Phil says, I've actually played around with the Crystal Core instead of Flynamo and using crystal cards. I could see if you use the crystal cards, there's that one elemental that heals you for 3 and rotates 2 of your buffs 1 step forward. That might be actually pretty decent. Crystal Core is just really nice, yeah. Crystal Core is nice, yeah, but the crystal action cards are actually decent for buffs. They really are. They really are. Tremendous, what up? Hey, how's it going, man? How you doing? How you doing? So I figured, we'd try this deck out. From what I'm seeing, obviously Poison is very aggressive with how much stuff to just rotate all your buffs really quick. It seems like a very aggressive deck. Person says you have a lot of view every stream now. I think it's just great. I highly think it has mostly to do with me having a Twitter account, being on Facebook and the Discord group, making sure that everyone knows when I'm streaming. I have a consistent stream schedule too, so people know when to expect me instead of just, hey, I'm going live in 30 minutes, come check me out. And it's like, I'm not even home, I'm not prepared for this. So having a consistent schedule. JNL says I came from Facebook. Thank you. I'm glad I posted there today. Yeah, it's just really helped to have a consistent schedule. I'll give you like the 3 tips. The 3 tips that a man at Gen Con 2018, Chino, if anyone knows who Chino is, I really hope I'm saying his name right. He's basically the coach for Superior Seekers. I talked to him, I met him, he's a great, amazing man. With selling cards, he's incredibly awesome. And I told him, I was like, yeah, when I get home, I'm probably going to start streaming this game. And he's like, awesome. I know a lot of, because he runs his own card shop. And he's like, yeah, I know a lot of people who went into streaming and they became really good at it after a while. So it took him a while, so don't fear that your viewer base isn't going anywhere or anything like that. Just keep at it, and it'll grow as you grow. And I was like, oh, okay, that's really good advice. He said the 3 things. JNels22 with a follow. Everyone, can we get a Thunderfin salute to JNels22? Thank you very much, and welcome to the pack. Welcome, welcome. Chino gave me 3 parts of advice. First one, get a consistent schedule. Get a consistent schedule. You don't want to just stream at random hours, hoping people will find you, hoping people will tune into your stream when you post it online. You want to get a consistent schedule so people know when to expect you. You want to be expected to show up at certain times. You want to be able to have that consistent schedule. So that's the first thing I did. I was like, all right, this is my work week. This is what I'm doing. These are the days that I'm going to work. Saturday's always kind of up in the air from when I am on call or have to pick up a shift. That one is always subject, so that's when I keep on Twitter and Facebook and be like, oh, I'm sorry, guys, I can't make this one, or I'm pushing it back a few hours. He said, get a consistent schedule going so people know when to expect you. As soon as that goes, then the viewership will come. They know what time you're going to be online till. They know what start and what end time, so they have that gap to show up, as opposed to trying to find you on Facebook, on Discord, on your Twitter, trying to find, oh, is he streaming today? Is he not? Like, I've got plans. People will actually be like, hey, you know, Wednesday night, kind of a boring night. I'm not going to make plans because I know I want to watch him for like 2 hours and see what he's doing. The second thing he said was always hit the play button. Never let your stream just be sitting, which is really sad because like I have not hit the play button in a half hour. He said always hit the play button. Always hit the play button because you don't want to just sit there at the home screen, kind of dawdling and thinking, unless, you know, you're good at talking, which I somehow was blessed with a silver tongue. I don't know how. I was a very, very shy child until I grew to like 25, and then I was like, you know what? If people have an opinion, they have an opinion. That doesn't matter. So always be hitting the play button. People want to see the game. They come to see the game first. They come to watch you play. After a while, once you build up that viewer base and they enjoy your content that you're making, they enjoy your personality, then you can talk and have the loyal viewers like I do now. I have amazing loyal viewers. Thank you very much, everyone who comes to my show knowing that it's like, yeah, he won't start until like 6:30, 6:45. I come right at 6 because this dude is hilarious to listen to. He's a great conversationalist. Get information out of him, all this stuff. So thank you guys very much for tuning in early, even though I haven't even hit play. Freshen, thank you for the salute. Thank you very much. But yeah, and the third one, he says, the third one is like just like third on the list for essentials. Make sure you have a webcam and a mic. That's it. It could be the same thing. And I was like, okay, I don't have a webcam, and I'm gonna get a mic. I hate my mic so much right now. But yeah, get a webcam and a mic, because as good as the content that you're putting out is gonna be, people come and people return to a Twitch stream, not to just watch the game, but to be enthralled and enthusiastic about the person playing it. They want to get to know the person behind the video. So, I mean, those are the big three things, is get a consistent schedule so people can expect to see you at certain times, and even once you get good, people will literally plan out their week to make sure that they have time to come see you. Right now I'm at 22 viewers. How? I'm above 20. That's so amazing. Yeah, get a consistent schedule. Second, always be hitting the play button. Especially if you're starting out, always hit the play button. You don't want to have a dead stream where people, you know, who don't even know who you are come to the stream and don't even see you playing. They're just like, okay, is he going to play this game? Like, I came here to watch some content. What's going on? Then the viewer base shows up. Then you can start talking to the chat, be a little more enthusiastic. But always be hitting the play button so people can at least view the game when they want to watch the game. They want to see how, you know, your mentality and all that stuff. And the third one is, you know, let them see your face. Let them get to know the person behind the content. It's a more personal level than just watching the game and be like, okay, he's playing, but why is he making that? Why is he playing that card? All that stuff. So those are the three things that Chino gave me at Gen Con, and I have stuck to them to a T, except for the mic. The mic has flawed me in every sense of the word. Oh god, chat went up a whole bunch. So we're hoping to dock this build so you can take her to attorney. Dude, Mud Turtle, if you take this to attorney, that'd be awesome. I would love to see that. Tremendous, how long I've been at it? Or are you just talking to someone else? I can't, like, the Twitch chat just, and I was like, oh my god. Yo, shoot down my deck idea for me. Star Tamer Calc, Flying Fortress, Stubborn Everrock. As in, how long have you been working on the stream? How long have I been working on the stream? I have been streaming since... oh god. September or August of last year. Shame cam on mic. Dude, that mic. Oh my god. If this cord doesn't work, I'm legitimately starting a stream on Monday with a donation bar to buy me a new mic. Yeah. No, yeah. I've been streaming this since September, August of last year. Like right after Gen Con 2018, I got home, got myself a mic. The digital game came out. I got emulators stacked up, BlueStacks for it. Just went right into it. Hey, Thur Wind 7, how's it going? I don't know if it's Thur or if it's THR. Is there like, I'm assuming THR is all capitalized, so it stands for an acronym. But hey, welcome to the channel, man. How are you doing? How are we all doing today? But yeah, tremendous. I mean, I've been doing it for a while, and like I said, I'm only just now getting to like the 20 viewers. When I started for the first few months, I was maybe getting like 2 or 3. Maybe getting 2 or 3, and that is only because of all the people that I met at Gen Con. who I like was just very outspoken, like, yeah, I'm gonna start streaming this when I get home. This is, you know, it's gonna same name of the app. I'll try and post it to Facebook. I got my name out there as much as possible so people could actually see me. Then I made my schedule and all this stuff. So like, it's been a very slow climb process. That's almost been about what, almost 8 months now. 8 months. I'm loving every day of it. It's amazing. This is awesome. And I only just, like, after, you know, maybe a month ago, I decided, hey, you know, I'm going to be more proactive. I'm going to get a Twitter account. I'm going to start working on Instagram and a personal Facebook channel for page for this. I'm going to build my own website. And I started just ramping up my productivity after, you know, I got a good viewer baseline. Fresh and joined in October. Nice, nice. Mud Turtle, way to slide in there and be like, oh, I was watching you guys before it was cool. I was watching you from the very beginning. Mud Turtle 214, thank you for this loyal support. Thank you for sticking with me. Who does your graphics, yourself? So the only thing that I actually did, was this beautiful card layout. I am a digital art student, so this is all Photoshop. I took a card, put it into Photoshop, edited a whole bunch, spent like an entire afternoon making this card. Everything else for the layout, everything else, I found on Streamlabs and I bought for like 15 bucks. That was it. I just wanted a layout. I didn't want to spend an entire time building a layout while I was building the stream. Got myself a layout, put it together in an afternoon, started streaming with it. That was it. Yep. Did not take me long, because, I mean, I figured, you know, why put all the effort into a layout setup that's going to, like, delay you from actually streaming when you can start streaming with a pre-made layout, and then once your stream does well, then you have extra time to build your own layout. That's my thought behind it. I just really had the idea of like, man, this is Lightseekers. What if I put a Lightseekers card frame around myself? That's something I can do. And I was like, all right, what's the layout? I'll just pick a layout. I think this is actually like a Fortnite layout. And I was just like, I can make it work. I got it. But yeah. So that's my whole spiel on everything on Twitch chat. Like I said, it's 6:30. I haven't even hit the play button yet. People come to see me, which is very nice. It makes me feel good inside. It makes me all happy and bubbly. Got like little butterflies in my stomach. So yeah, we're gonna try this deck out. We're gonna see how it works. See if there needs to be any changes that I think I see or any problems. We're probably just gonna take it into casual for a little while. See how it does there, because I want to get to know the deck before I just go ahead and jump on ladder and go like, oh my god, I have no idea how to play this deck. I have no idea what's going on, and you know the ins and outs of the cards. So I'm gonna do that. I like the Necrophant to get back some of the time defend cards. Really nice. So yeah, we'll jump into it now. We'll keep talking, but you know what? Rule number 2: always be hitting play. Always be hitting the play button. You can chat while you play. You can do that, but always be playing so people have something to watch if you're not in conversation with them. So yeah, Filthy Phil, kind of a rundown. Did you give a description on this deck? Yeah. So in case you don't know, Filthy Phil 88, if you just came to the stream now, welcome, obviously. Filthy Phil posted this deck online, and the brief description that he gave, if I do, awesome. Oh god, I need to find it. Oh god, I have so many decks. Why do I have so many decks? I didn't even name it. Wow, I am so bad. I apologize, Filthy Phil. I didn't even name your deck. Ahem. The idea is to use time cards to accelerate the rotation of the poison buffs, getting them stored under Mamba faster. If you're lucky, you'll have the Cursed Grave on the field when your hero trait triggers, letting the discard cards get caught by the grave for more damage. If all else fails, just play more buffs than your opponent can handle. Philly Bill, oh, it's okay. That's what I believe that you sound like. That's what I believed was in your mind when you typed that. Was like this really, like, 1960s, like, announcer person who's working on an infomercial channel. I mean, I hope that's right. That's what it sounded like to me. So we are playing Wartoximus Frog. I feel like I actually want to lay a Corvitus Shade and pass for right now, because I really want to get my time cards. You can find the deck on TradeDrawer.cards. Fresh and nice plug. Named it same I did, Dread Deck. Yeah, you need that card draw. You really do. Which is why I'm fine with just like laying one buff a turn, passing to draw a card. Keep my tempo up because these poison buffs are going to stick there for a while. And we're also playing against Tech, which has the best buff removal in the game. Really? You would do that to me, huh? You would be that person. That's kind of a bummer. Yeah, I think doing this, it'll help take that thing away a lot faster. Yeah, it'll give him card draw. But I think this is actually fine. I think this is a fine one to do. Yeah, you need that card draw. Yeah, that's the problem I'm seeing with the one I made. I mean, there's a lot of decks out there. Oh my god, he's playing Warp Toad. Are you serious? Well, he let me deal 3 damage to him, so I'm fine with that. Oh, he's only returning that. Okay, interesting. Is he returning the No, he's not. He's smart. He's smart. Every order needs one more buff removal card for Uprising, I think. I have a lot of ideas for YouTube videos. I think I still pass. What I believe is that what? Okay, that's fine. Dread for life, dread for death. Ooh, we have a battle of wits on our hands. Seriously, is this guy just gonna be okay? If he's returning all my buffs, all I really want to do now is lay as many buffs as I can. If all he's gonna do is return them, I'm gonna make it so that I have an overwhelming board. If this is the kind of shenanigans we're getting into. Just lay my buffs. Just lay them out. Lay them out. I mean, it looks like he's just returning buffs. He probably has Crazy Bombers in there. Like, I mean, he probably has it. First, I completely agree. I think letting that one as guy is good. Wow. So Teriyaki Fish Gang has hosted me with 1 viewer. Thank you very much, Teriyaki Fish Gang. Welcome to the channel. Welcome, one person who followed him along. I think I just ended my turn, yeah. Filthy Phil, jumping in right before I can even say anything. Thunderfin salute to everyone out there. Smart Bomb. Good thing I have that Shadow Puppet in hand, huh? Oh, yeah. The epic 1 viewer. Hey, man, that's 2. That's Teriyaki Fish King and his buddy. Everyone has a voice in my stream. So now the only sad thing about this... Ooh, I mean, I could... I mean, there's one I could remove, and I could remove that one. To deal, what, 12 damage to him? That sounds fine, actually. Pay with it like this. They won't expire, obviously. But it's just a really big hit. I mean, yeah, I almost want to say, like, in this deck, with how important it is to get the item out so you can utilize stuff, you might even want to just, like, put in a second Tantosian or something like that. Like, because if you don't have enough card draw, you want to be able to... Thank you. You're so nice for that. I appreciate it. So I'm going to Shadow Puppet that, for sure. Got the item. Yes, I did. And I'll heal for 2 and draw 2. That sounds like a really good plan. Oh, we even got the Cursed Grave, everybody. We even got the Cursed Grave. Scacilia, yeah, what a gift, right? Fresh and Thunderfin salute for the man who helped you out. I don't know, maybe he was like, mate, for all I know, he has a numbered informant in hand and wanted me to draw more cards than he has, and was like, you know what, this is a really good idea. This is just a really good idea. Yeah? Yeah? It was just sick of looking at the shade. Could be. Bulbasaur? Oh my, did you create a third account? Bulbasaur, you have, why are you just consistently making Twitch accounts? Are you trying to fluff up people's numbers? Is that what's going on, Bulbasaur? Or is this like Boba's wife, whose name is Bulbasaur, and I'm just completely getting it wrong and you guys share a name, which is completely fine, because that's what people do? No, I have not picked a deck name. I have not. Oh, what a nice pickup. What a beautiful pickup there. No, wait, no, Filthy Phil 88, this is his deck. We did pick a name. We did pick a name. And no, you made a new one. That... Bulbasaur, I think that's cheating. Whose numbers are you fluffing up there? Whose numbers are you fluffing up? And Bulbasaur, this deck name is called Lil Kitchen Witch. It's made by Filthy Phil, who is in our chat right now. Lil Kitchen Witch. Yeah. That just, it feels good to get that out there. He's fluffing up mine. I would be honored. Mamba number 5. That's fancy. That's, oh. Bulbasaur once again swinging for the fences and nailing it. That's amazing. Teriyaki Fish getting hype, hype, hype. That's not going to help you here, dude. Sorry, it's not going to help you. It's just, it's really not. Do I just pass? Sadly, I think I just pass. Wrangler sigh, I can finally watch with sound. Was there something wrong with your sound, Wrangler? Was there something wrong with your sound? Epic rotate backwards. Mud Turtle! Oh, I forgot that it rotates it backwards. I had lethal. Nope, my job is telephone support. I was at... Oh, okay. Well, welcome to the channel. I could have even fountain timed it. Bulbasaur00, thank you for the 3rd follow, my man. Woo! Thunderfin salute again to both. All he wants is all those salutes. That's all he's here for. I had so much lethal and I didn't even think about it. Like I said, this is why I don't bring this deck into Classic, or into Ranked. I think I just double passed. There's no reason for me to do anything. There we go. Now at least I have a Shadow Puppet and Putrid Infestation for lethal. Bombling. Cool. I could have Fountain of Time the Ramparts, but just the fact to lull him into a false sense of security made me so much happier. And the Pestilence Spectre wouldn't have been lethal, so he could like Crazed Bomber. I wanted to get him into that sense where it's like I won't take damage for the next turn. I'm fine. Good. Oh, I wasn't holding with the Widow out. Okay. Well, I still was holding the Epic Master, and that just like I 9 gold because I never play this card. So, with that being said, first let's get this right. Little Kitchen Wit. Oh, whoever Jokesham Ed Ertman is, he's having a lot of good comments that I'm gonna have to check out later. Little Kitchen Wit. Little Kitchen Wit. That's all I can get. Little Kitch Witch. We'll abbreviate it to Little Kitch Witch. Okay, so I really like this deck. I'm wondering if Living Shadows is good. If we're rotating all of our buffs out that rapidly, if Living Shadows is going to be good. James Rhea finally got a card back. Oh boy, way to get fancy with them extras. Like, I like Living Shadows. Chrono Angler. Look at the bottom 4 cards of your deck. Okay, Filthy Phil, if we had a Chrono Angler in here, what do we take out? I'm okay with deck suggestions. I'm okay with card suggestions. What I ask is that when you suggest a card, suggest the card that it replaces 2. So you're not just throwing out cards like, yeah, this card would be good. I'm like, yeah, it would be good. It'd be amazing. But what would I take out for that card? Is what I'm asking. Because I feel like right now what we need is more card draw. And I don't want to have to add in card draw from time. Devour Soul, you only have 2 buff removals and not much of any healing. Okay, Mud Turtle, same question with you. If we add Devour Soul, what card would you take out? Also, on a second note, Devour Soul it is a nice heal for Dread. It's probably the best one in the game. But this deck really wants its buffs to rotate out really quickly and not have an established board to use Devour Soul. So I feel like if we need Devour Soul, it would only really heal us for 5. Because we're trying to just get our buffs out and then use time to rotate them all really quickly and get them out for just mass damage. So I do like the thought of Devour Soul in a Dread deck. It's an amazing card. I just don't think it fits well in this deck because we want our buffs to expire as opposed to removing them. So take out 1 Pestilent Spectre for 1 Chrono Angler. So just down to 1. Burst of Venom, I wouldn't think you want to remove buffs. Burst of Venom, the reason I'm keeping Burst of Venom in here is because it's literally our only burst damage. Oh, Devour Soul is the combo. I'm thinking of just Devour. Or am I thinking of the right card? Yeah, I'm just thinking of Devourer. I'm just thinking of Devourer. No, you're right. You're right. Actually, if I add in Devouring Souls, or Devourer Souls, or whatever it's called, I actually want to take out Living Shadow. Yes, thank you, Bulbasaur. I completely just didn't read the word soul. I didn't read the word soul. I was talking about, yeah, okay. Sorry, we had completely different conversations. I apologize, Mud Turtle, I really do. I thought you were talking about the action card Devourer as opposed to Devour Soul, which is completely different card. I like that. I like that thought. How many... That's why. So that's why we don't run Devour Soul. Woo! There is no death. There's no death in here. So that explains a lot. That really does. But I just checked too. I was like, oh, I wonder how many death cards do we have? So yeah, that makes a lot of sense. However, is there any action death cards that would be good? Obviously, we want a lot of our poison buffs out. How many poison just action cards are in here? Because Venom Feeder Venom Feeder is just really good in a poison heavy deck. Like, it's just that good. But we are rotating our buffs so quickly that they're probably not going to the discard pile, right? So the only non-poison buffs are the 2 Assassin's Guild, and that's all Venom Feeder would get. So yeah, no, I feel like as I'm talking about this, it's all making sense. It's all making sense now. So yeah, you're really just running time, and you took out Dread entirely. And of course, with time, you already have Amplification Hex, which I believe is rotating, if I am not mistaken. If I am not mistaken, Amplification Hex is rotating. Or I could be completely wrong. No, it's staying. It's staying in. There is not a single buff here. Defiler. Defiler also works on the concept that you have a large board of buffs. And in this deck, as many buffs as we have, they really don't stay on the board for that long. Because with the main focus of time being in it is to rotate them all really quickly. So we actually don't have more than like 3 buffs at a time, which makes Defiler's a good, but it's only 1 in cleared of, and almost not necessary in a deck like this. How many undead cards are in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. My only thing is like Sacred Mausoleum could be interesting, but we want those cards to be sorted in Mamba, not the other way around. So, yeah, you're walking a very fine tightrope here. But I mean, it's something that you have to. I mean, there's Soul Thief, if you wanted to try and put in Soul Thief. There's also Umbra and Terror Guard, Wall of Bones, you can just put in damage prevention. And think about like with Umbra and Terror Guard and Fountain of Times, you could just keep that up for a while once you get down to 10. That could be fun. Carabid Scavenger. How many defend cards do you have in here? Carabid Scavenger actually might be really good. Carabid Scavenger might just be really good. Rockets are, you're right, it wouldn't storm. But Carabid Scavenger, like, if the whole point of, Necrophant is to get back defend cards from the discard pile, Carabid Scavenger, if timed right, we could, like, Epic Master or something like that, and then Carabid Scavenger that Epic Master back. So Carabid Scavenger might actually be good to have in a deck like this. Part of me says we don't need the Tyrax Historian, because what we're really low on is card draw. And we don't want our card draw to come from our weapon, because we want the card draw to get to our weapon. So if we have that card draw in our hand, that is in there to help us get to our weapon. Without our weapon, it's just a dead card. That's one thing that I don't like about, or at least one of the few rules I include about weapons, is that your weapon A should be in there for its weapon purpose, for its ability, like this one is, or B for the specific cards that make the deck win. It should never be in there for support like card draw or healing or anything like that. The weapon and the cards with it should make the deck get to the win effect instead of the sustain. Unless of course you're playing mill or stall. Yeah, Filthy Phil, you have a lot of defend cards in here. So I'm wondering, where... Maybe we just put, two Carabid Scavengers in? I'm also wondering, do we just cut the Putrid Shaman? It is really nice, but we're doing just so much tick consistent damage, and then... like with Epic Master 2, it'll rotate all of our buffs, which means the Future Shaman has a chance of just getting rotated out entirely. So I'm like, it's nice if it sticks. It is. But we have so much just burst damage that I don't think we need the Future Shaman. Yeah, we're going to cut it. We're going to put in 2 Caravan Scavengers. And the Scavengers are really only going to be played once we're about to play a defend card. Want to try a mirror match? Sure. Just let me finish editing this deck, and we can give it a shot. I want to see here. I mean, I really, like, in my mind, I'm sitting here like, wow, Shadow Supplier would be really good. Oh, Necropan is burned. Okay. Yeah, I think if we're including those 2 Caravan Scavengers, we really don't even need Necrophant anymore. Which means we have 1 more spot. Like, I'm sitting here trying to think to myself, what do we get for card draw? What can we use for card draw? And I'm sitting here like, Shadow Supplier would be really good if we can lay it out and then, like, Fountain of Time at the next turn. But once again, we want card draw that would go faster to get to our weapon. And that's more card draw that is just efficient for those decks that go into a little longer game looking for certain things. We want card draw to be super impactful right then and there. Which is kind of sad. Maybe we have to go into here. Do we ever just try and add in a 3rd to Barkeep? What defense am I storing? Mostly like Epic Master, Fountain of Time. Ooh, some shards. What other defense do we have? Assassin's Guild. Like, there's not a whole lot to store Umbra and Barkeep. That's why I'm only including like 2, just so we at least have a death card. But I mean, if we have those cards to store, like a Fountain of Time could be really good. Obviously, the Epic Master would totally ruin the Caravan Scavenger. Like, we'd say, okay, Epic Master, all your action buffs rotate 1 step forward, and Caravan Scavenger, from what I understand, would just rotate out. And I'm like, oh no, that didn't work. But yeah, like Umbra and Barkeeps for card draw, heal, get this back, that kind of thing. Fountain of Time is just really good. I'm wondering if we run 1 Epic and 2 Fountains. Maybe Epic is just really good with how... If we can get more card draw, I think Epic will be good. So that we can refill our hand. Actually, we have room for the 3rd Barkeep, don't we? We'll see. We'll see right now. Right now, I'm just liking how this is looking right now. I think it's looking really good. Like, it's really weird to say the only thing that I'm like, Toxic Frog, it's a good poison buff. It's a good poison buff. But compared to some of these other ones, like, I could replace it for a Shadow Puppet. There's also just not a lot of, Obfuscation just feels weird. Can we add in... like either a Crippling Toxin or Toxic Haunt. Toxic Haunt pays for a lot of things better now that we've added the Devour Soul. It's like either that or Poison Spray. Just a really good burst damage like Venom Veins is. Amplification X is another one where I'm not too sure if it's needed in this deck. Maybe putting those in is better. Was mainly for payment, yeah. Okay. So we have good card draw. This card draw allows us to be able to refill our hand. It gives us minor healing, and it allows us to like just lay buffs on board if we get it out. Corvid Shade is card draw that if we play it, later in the game, we could rotate it into. It's perfectly fine. Assassin's Guild, I'm almost gonna assume is just card draw because it's lay 1, draw 3 cards. It's good cycle. This looks fine now. Yeah. I think it's fine. I think it's fine. How many poison buffs do we have now? We have still a lot. Oh, it's not even... Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Plenty of poison buffs. We still have plenty. Oh, 20. We have 20 poison buffs in this thing. How do we have 20? I counted something wrong. How? What did I count wrong? Which one of these is a shadow? I don't know how I counted it wrong. I did. I don't know how, but I did. So yeah, I think this one will be fine. I think this one will be perfectly fine. Yeah, no, I didn't count Chris Grave. I was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or I didn't count this one. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I don't know how I got 5 more. I was just counting, I think. I was just, numbers are cool. I know how to count. I watched Sesame Street growing up. So, yeah, I think this is a nice little re-edit that I did. I do like the addition of Devour Soul for healing. I do like that. Along with the Caravan Scavengers to get our defend cards back. This does seem like a deck that's just like, let our buffs stick on board. Once we get our time weapon, it's going to really flow nice. But, I mean, as soon as we do, we're just kind of like, we're kind of putzing along until we get the Flying Then once the Flying hits, we ramp up super quick. Which, then again, if we're trying to get Chris Grave off, we're fine going into the late game. We're fine just putzing along until then. So, I made a few changes to my Lugnut deck. Could you be down to play it at some point? Sure, man. Chrono Angler for Toxic Frog. We could do that. We could very much do that. One Chrono Angler seems okay. Yeah, seems fine to me. Freshen, I'm loving your plugs. I am loving your plugs. So yeah, it could clog my hand. Bulbasaur, why am I taking 8 damage out? It's Filthy Phil's deck. I figured I'd just go along with it. We'll see how it works. I mean, that game I never even laid Toxic Frog, so I still won. But I mean, we also took Putrid Shaman out as well. We're just a very ticking deck. Bulbasaur for the love of Toxic Frog. Alright, we'll take the Chrono Angler out. We'll put the Toxic Frog back in. Frog is life. It doesn't get to be played a whole lot. Did I not put my private settings on? Mud Turtle, I didn't put my private settings on. You got lucky. We'll do this. We'll do it. And of course I changed the deck name. Oh, so it's even further down. Lil Kitchen Witch. Alright. Mud Turtle, I can't stop you from stream sniping, but I respect you too much to just immediately call you a stream sniper. Let's see how this works. This could be very interesting. Mostly for the fact because we're both playing very buff-heavy decks, and I do not have as much buff removal. Give her a little smiley face there. So we will just kind of see what happens. Just take it one deck at a time. One stride at a time. Oh, really? Is that how we're gonna play, huh? With a roaming zombie. I mean, I do enjoy roaming zombie. I do enjoy it very much. I'll take one. That's fine. Roaming zombie is probably one of my more favorite cards from Dread. Just because it's like a mini Withering, and I was a huge fan of Withering when it first came out in Awakening. I was like, this is such a really cool card. And it also makes your opponent like want to dump their hand, but then of course we're not running that much buff removal, so. Think we pass again? Did we just take two? Fine with taking two. A-okay with taking two. This is like a very back and forth, like poke, 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 poke. Ooh. Okay, so she runs Future Shaman. She runs a Future Shaman. That's fair, that's fair. Yeah, Wrangler, he could very well have more buff removal than me. Freshton, way to go. Wow, and he runs Devour Soul too, huh? He's just able to get it off well before me. Runs Shadow Form. So I mean, next turn we're gonna take 6 next turn, which is gonna hurt. And there's not a lot we can do about that. What does he have in there? Nothing. Wow, couldn't capitalize on the Future Shaman all that much. I mean, he got good leverage. Like, I'm not... That's just a really gross one. Yeah, I think that's fine. He healed for 8, so we fell behind. We fell way behind now. So you got 2 poison buffs under there. So he's got to do, what, 9 damage to me? Essentially. Corvus Shade, okay. Still not drawn literally anything. There's our sweet, delicious toxic frog. Including attack cards. You just well-rounded mud turtle. How dare you? She got it out before us. This could be really bad. These draws are a lot better. Secret Lifesaver, thank you very much for the follow. Yeah, our best play right now, because she's going to store 1 under it. If we don't draw buff removal this turn, we die. Well, we didn't draw buff removal. We can heal. If he does... Well, no, we're still going to... It just removes it all? Not even... Wow, okay. Ooh, that's mean. I mean, Umbra on Barkeep is not even gonna... Yeah. We're dead. It stores all 3 of them. Give him the well played. Nicely done. Yeah. So I mean, Mud Turtles was just a lot more well-rounded. It had attack cards in there. Yeah, so just going off of hers now, Mud Turtle, I'm going to use you as an example. You didn't even run that many poison buffs. I mean, you still ran a good amount. GG, GG. But no, you ran a lot of like death cards to make it. You got healing. You have a very well-rounded deck, and this one does feel like it's just very poison heavy. Pestle Inspectors don't even seem like they're needed. I do like the Roaming Zombie. I truly like the Roaming Zombie. You didn't even get the item. Which item were you using? Because I didn't get my item either. Oh, Phil, you're talking to us. Yeah, we did not have a lot of card draw. We were just sitting there biding our time. This deck does not draw. You would like to get... contact me through email. Email, please. The Roaming Zombie Terrifying combo? Or Terrify combo? Yeah. Roaming Zombie is just really good. But, I mean, this deck feels way too much poison buffs. And you really don't even need that much. You really don't even need that much. I want to say that like we don't even need these. With Spectral Widows that rotate out really quick, Draga Hunter is just a really good one. Corvidus Shades, I want to say almost, and make sure we have 3 of those, because those are card draw. Corvidus Shades, believe it or not, are card draw. And as much as, like, as good as the Assassin's Guild are, too, I don't even think they fit all that well. We could probably add in more Death and Shadow to well-round this out. That's why I run Necro Dreadling and Venom Feeder. If use remove my poison buff so well, I get it back. Yeah. Filthy Phil, there's nothing wrong with your deck, man. There's nothing wrong with your deck. It just, like I said, as we play test it, we're finding things out. It was lacking extreme card draw, and we're just trying to fix that. Because, in my opinion, to make a deck competitive, you need to be able to keep up tempo. And laying a card to draw a card every turn is the slowest tempo you can ever have. Yeah, I mean, Filthy Phil, you've seen how many deck constructions I go through. I'm like, yeah, let's go full-on gimmick. And then after the gimmick, we play it, we find out what's not working, what's not needed, and that's where the deck construction comes in. That's where the quote-unquote deck doctrine comes in. So this is, I mean, this is perfect. As even Mud Turtle even said, once buff removal is gone, just let the Curse Grave sit there. Yeah. You baited a bunch of buff removal, which is, I think, actually really good if we just add in the Roaming Zombies now. Or not the Roaming Zombies, the Venom Feeders. It is healing. It will give us our poison cards back if we need them. We can add in the third Shadow Puppet now. The one tech of Gurgling Ooze, I thought that was really interesting. Now, Mud Turtle, I gotta ask, in your deck, are you running any items? Are you running a second color? Okay. I do like one Necro Juggling. That's nice. It's healing. So now we can look at our combos and just kind of change things up. If we wanted to. So what we're lacking here is, like, healing, right? You were running Shadow Form, and I think that's really nice. Shadow Form I thought was really nice. How often do you lay Shadow Form, though? I mean, obviously you're not running time, so you probably have more spots for stuff like that. You probably also run Terrify and stuff, too, don't you? I kind of want to take out Venom Veins. Add in Terrify. If we're not going to speed up our hand, we're going to slow down our opponents. I'm taking out... What did I just take out? I'm taking out the Venom Veins because in this deck now, A, we don't have as much poison cards as we used to, and B, we want to get our poison buffs on board a lot. So, we're not going to have as many in hand to pay for the combos. You've only played 3 matches with it? Yeah, like part of it, like it screams it suffers from card draw. And I know that with Dread, there's not a whole lot of card draw in here. I mean, you have Corrupted Spirit, which is just a good cycle. You have Horrific Manifestation in here too. I could see that. Is that even better of a Poison Spray? It might be, actually. Is Toxicant... Hold on, is Toxicant staying in? That's another question I have. Toxicant is staying in. Wow, okay. Yeah, Horrific Manifestation pays for a lot of stuff. Oh, it just says draw. I'm like, why? Yeah, I saw you had Death Shroud. You have... Really, Death Shroud. Interesting. To help negate lack of heals. That makes sense. Trying to think now. Because, like, yeah, our card draw is Umbron Barkeep. Thinking... I'm sitting here thinking to myself, do I add in a second Tantosian to get our weapon out easier, or do I add in cards like... actually, I don't even have a Future Shaman in here. I'll take that out, that's right. Or my other thing was, like, do I add a card like Corrupted Spirit for just kind of card cycle? I do want to. One thing I'm going to stick with right now is go with fresh or Filthy Fills, and keep time in here, because I do like the fact that I can speed up my buffs. I do like that. I'm just sitting here wondering. How to get card draw. Like, in all honesty, because that's what this deck needs. It needs card draw. It suffers dramatically from card draw. I do almost want to say take out Toxic Haunt. It does seem like an over fluffification. Because we have, what, 5 shadow cards? I want to say a shadow form. Because what are our shadow cards? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Curse Grave isn't really going to be used until late in the game. We're about to win. Shadow Puppets we hold on to for the most part. So, like, Shadow Form feels good. It is healing in this deck, which is what we need if we're not going to add card draw. Yeah, Dread really suffers in general card draw. Shadow Supplier is the only really heavy draw. Other cards just let you draw a single card. Exactly. Exactly. Shibes, yes, this is supposed to be a classic format, yes. I'm only building classic formats because right now the meta is if you want to climb ladder, there's 3 decks to play and only 3 decks to play if you want to succeed. And I'm not into that whole rock, paper, scissors matchup. I want to be creative with my classic format, so that's why I'm doing that. Just, yep. What else have I missed because I've been staring at the game for too long? Yes, it is beginning of the next season to go along with the Switch controller release. Filthy Phil, yeah. I mean, Dread is just, it's one of the slowest ones. The only reason Dread is good if it has card draw is if you have like Abyss Horde and use abilities to get card draw that way. Bulbasaur, the 3 decks I'm referring to is Sicario, Tech Aggro, or Storm/Ancient Mill. In my opinion, those are like the only ones you really see on high-end ladder. I haven't been there. I've just seen other streamers play, and like that's all I've been seeing. Is I just see Sicario because Legaria, however you pronounce it, Legaia, he literally played nothing but Sicario and got top for 2nd and 3rd season. All he did was play Sicario and he won. I know Thump Truck built a Bosco the Shoal Slayer mill deck that he works really well on. And then I've seen people just, playing Zuna aggro or other forms of aggro or mill. It's just like, no, I'm fine. Are you sure it isn't 4 decks after Monday's stream? Wrangler, oh, we broke the meta with that deck. We broke the meta with that deck. That was so much fun. But yeah, I think this will do better now. With lack of card draw, what we substituted for not as much card draw was healing. With Devour Soul and Shadow Form, we also substituted hand control with Terrify and Horrific Manifestation. So that helps that. We added in a third Barkeep, Venom Feeders, to get more death in our deck along with the Roaming Zombie. We cut out just some other kind of clunkier poison buffs, because I mean, if they remove our poison buffs, like Mud Turtle said, Mud Turtle plain and obvious, you only need 3 poison buffs under there to really get that Cursed Grave. So you don't need to go heavy on the poison buffs. And if they do remove your poison buffs, that's why we have the Venom Feeders in here, to get the poison buffs back after the buff removal, and then they'll go under there anyway. So this deck needs to start playing not just more like lay a card, draw a card, lay a card, draw a card. It needs to be able to have a presence at all times, whether it's card disruption, healing to get you into the late game, have your opponent think that they're like, oh, remove all his poison buffs to get better value, and then you Venom Feeder him back, and it's like, oh, he's still going to get it off anyway. And then once they try and remove all your buffs, that's when you can Curse Grave without them having buff removal. Really good point. Roaming Zombie is the one where I'm just like, you know what? If there's anything other than Roaming Zombie we can add, it's fine. I mean, Roaming Zombie is just, I love Roaming Zombie. It's so much fun. But, okay, S-Darb says, doesn't Putrid Shaman synergize well with the tech cards as you play Shaman into Epic Accelerate all your buffs for big damage? That's why I have one Putrid Shaman in here. But yeah, in my opinion, Putrid Shaman, I guess in this type of deck, you don't really need to get the best value with Putrid Shaman. Just getting like 2 buffs to go off with it is perfectly fine. And you can, I mean, Epic Master will rotate out Putrid Shaman, or like rotate along with it to go to the third corner to get a really big swing. So you can obviously do that. But then we also have Flynamo to rotate our poison buffs as long as Putrid Shaman's out there. So I mean, yeah, roaming or Putrid Shaman, really good, really is a lot better in this deck now that we're kind of changing the layout of it to make it last into the mid and late game as opposed to trying to get them down just really quick. But our tempo was just, it wasn't allowing for it at all. So yeah, Putrid Shaman is really good in this deck. Salvi B, there is no hashtag deck. I'm sorry. I don't have that on here yet because I don't, like, I'm consistently changing these decks as I'm going, so there's no, here's my deck list. Yeah, I'm reading all these now, so I'm just trying to catch up. What was the deck on the Monday stream? Bulbasaur, Wrangler posted it. Thank you, Wrangler. S-Darbs, you didn't read the other messages. It's going to be okay. Oh god, S-Darbs. Oh god, I'm so sorry. Okay, I think I'm all caught up now. I think I'm all caught up. Okay. Yep, I got to them after I did my rant, and I do apologize. I do apologize. I'm trying to, like, the stream is going while I'm talking, so I'm trying to answer these questions as I go, and then I'm like, oh, people have already read it. I should just read the whole thing quick, and then do a generalization answer. That's what I probably should do from now on. Fresh Shin got the Thunderfin salute as an avatar. Nice. Nice. So, yeah, I think these changes are going to be a lot better. I still want to try and keep the time in here because I do like the time, the aspect of just being able to rotate your buffs out really quick. Have potentially really big swing turns. But obviously we don't need to go too heavy in the time. Like the Flynamo, really good. And actually because of Flynamo, like we can almost, because we're going to be using an ability, we can almost warrant adding in like an Abyss Hoarder or two. Because we'll be using our ability, and if we like play a poison buff, use our ability to draw a card, We essentially want to be able to use our ability with the Abyss Hoarder to draw a card as opposed to rotate Abyss Hoarder out. With that being said, do we just... Because if we have an ability in here... Are the Carabin Scavengers even going to be worth it now? We took out a lot of defend cards. These might not even be worth it anymore. We might just want to add in a third Venom Feeder. It is just healing, for all intents and purposes. Teriyaki Fish Gang. It is. It's an amazing website, which I've been plugging at least 15 to 20 times every stream. It is so good. So good. Bookmark that thing. But yeah, I think actually with Flynamo, using the Abyss Hoarder in this deck could potentially be amazing. Once again, we do need to get Flynamo. But I mean, if this is just a shadow card that's going to be dead until we get our weapon, it'll help pay for a lot of the buffs, which is awesome. How many death cards do we have? Is there one poison card we can take out to add in the Tantosian Blacksmith? Is there one poison card? Is taking out maybe just one Draga Hunter, add in the second Tantosian? Because, I mean, in a deck that runs a weapon, you want a minimum of 2 of these, right? You want a minimum of 2. Because if you have a weapon in the deck, you want to get that weapon out. You don't want to just sit in there. And with the Umbron Barkeeps for drawing Tantosian, we might eventually be like, no, we're fine in the card draw now that we added this in. We can take an Umbron out, put back into Draga Horde or something like that. But we'll see. We'll see how this all goes. See how it all runs. Which, you know, after I said that, we could just have like almost way too much card draw. Which is weird to say. We have too much card draw in a deck like this. But yeah, if that happens, we'll take out an Umbron Barkeep, probably put in a Draga Hoarder or something. But we'll see. We'll see. I think this is a good edit. We did. Filthy Pharaoh, I do apologize. I feel like we tore your deck a new one. But I feel like we improved it a lot with these changes while still keeping the aspect of the time in it. It needed card draw. It needed a way to survive into the late game. Because before it was like Putzin. It was Putzin. It was Thomas the Tank or Thomas the Train Engine. Is it Tank Engine, Train Engine, colon? What, I don't know what kind of engine he is. But it was like he was just perpetually on that. I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. And he was never getting to the top of the hill, right? He was just continuously putzing along. It is Tank Engine. Okay, I got it right the first time. But I do feel like now that we added in the healing, the hand control for my opponent, more card draw. With this, I'm crossing my fingers that allowing us to keep the time in there. We're about to reach the climax of that hill, where I think I can turns into I'm doing it, and then he goes down the hill after it somehow works, and he goes, I knew I could do it, I knew I could do it. I am like super paraphrasing that because it's like I know I can. But yeah, though I think the trainer says I think I can. I think it's from. Really, I thought that was Thomas going over the hill. The little engine that could. Shives with the save. Shives, wow, I got, the only thing I got in that was that it was about a train. That is the only thing I got correct in that. Was that it was about a train, and that's what its phrase was. Everything else in that was horribly wrong. Guys, we pulled our Tantosian. We're amazing. The train in Dumbo says it too. Oh, nice. It's been millions of years since I've seen Dumbo. If he doesn't call bluff, I was going to say, we're poison. We only had 2 in our hand, though. Kind of sucks for him. Best part now, we can Tantosian, use the ability to draw 2 cards for free. Or not use the, put the Flynamo into play to draw 2 cards. I know. Wow. Okay, never mind. We can't. We're bad at this game. I thought we were fine, but we're not. Just don't return this. For some reason, he got us. He got us. Freshen, you have a confession with a K? What's a confession? You have a confession? I think I can wait on this, because I don't want to surprise him that I have time just yet. You have never seen Dumbo? It's fine, man. It's fine. I saw Dumbo probably like more than 20 years ago. Like in my single-digit life, I saw Dumbo. I want to say roaming zombie. We have to also take into effect that we're playing against nature, who's very buff heavy and not very like the weakest of the weak when it comes to buff removal. So I think next turn, which is a really good thing for us with how many buffs we have, is that he has like very minimal buff removal is what nature has. It's its weakness, its big weakness. So him removing our buffs is going to be almost slim to none. And I think with the roaming zombie tech in there, it's going to make him want to lay cards or just draw one a turn, which is going to help slow him down too. Which almost makes like, did I take one of these out? Because if I did, I want to add a second one back in. I think that's a smart thing. Yes, please. No, I do have two. Perfect. And I drew the second Tantosian. Of course I did, guys. Why wouldn't I, right? Yeah, I think we just pop this down. We're so good. See, now the thing in here that also comes a lot along with really, I like it. I have a lot of cards in hand. You gonna call buff again? The thing that happens in decks like this, where obviously you only run one weapon and a second Tantosian. If you have two Tantosians, my thought is now we just find a second item to run and put this in here. And the one, it's really funny. The one I'm thinking about running is the crown, the dead item, or the death item. So it's like, hey, if you remove my buffs, I'll still get to draw a card. That's the one that I'm like, it's not necessary, but just making it so my second Tantosian isn't dead could be really helpful. I think that's really nice. He has 4 cards in hand. Maybe I just do this and pass. Because I mean, if we are a buff heavy deck, and eventually just getting, if we draw into our second Tantosian, if we get that crown out, all he's doing is just feeding us cards, which will help us. So I think trying to find one card to take out to add in that crown, I think is pretty good. Like I said, just for the purposes of having it so our second Tantosian isn't dead. How do we feel about that? Is that decent amount of logic? Does that sound okay to people? Like, I tried to explain it pretty clearly. I just want to know if I did okay with that whole thing. Just say, wait, why to heal? What is that? Everyone's just, yeah, go for it. Do it. You're super intelligent, man. I believe everything you say, no matter what. I think now is a good time to Shadow Puppets. I want to say this one and this one. I don't want him to heal. And I haven't really seen a whole lot of animal buffs, right? Like beast buffs? Like, I don't see them. And I think I pass. Yes. Next turn I can swing in for 8. Because I'll Flynamo this, Corvus Shade it, or put Corvus Shade out. That'll be a good turn. Good enough for me. Oh, what a tech! What a tech! Spirit of Balance. I have said this time and time again. I think it's a really nice card. Oh, that's mean. Mind you, by the way, Mantic Raiders is being retired. So we're not even playing against a classic format deck. So keep that in mind for all you people who are just like, wow, he's really rude. I'll take that Toxic Frog back. Thank you very much. But no, that's a really cool tech. The Spirit of Balance. Because like I've said before, shoulda Fountain the Frog. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Now I can Fountain the Frog. Oh man, if he has like ambush and I have a defend on top, I'm gonna die, aren't I? Wow, that's rude. Well, what am I gonna do, huh? Bulbasaur, don't do it forward? Boba, we gotta work on these 10-second delay streams. You have to anticipate that I'm gonna misplay and tell me the proper play the turn before. Be like, dude, I know you're gonna do it forward, but just please don't. And then by the time my turn comes, I'll be able to read your precognition. Because yeah, what you said is a much better play. What you said would have been a much better play. But it's not what happened. I think I'm just doing this just for the heal. Just for the heal. I'm running pretty low, and he seems to be very aggressive. I got a Venom Feeder, but I get nothing back because everything is caught by my poison. Mind you, I'm at like 13, so I got to remember that too. He has not laid a single buff removal yet. He just drew a card from the Frog expiring. That was a beast, wasn't it? Well, guys, we did it again. Spectral Widow. We have Devour Soul to heal for 8. Which will be nice, because then we can, like, Curse Grave and hit for 7. Woo! Insect Swarm. Okay. So I'm essentially at 14. I'm going to be poked down for quite a bit. Maybe I lay Shadow Form now? Heal for 5. Do I Shadow Form or do I Devour Soul? Okay, hold on. Oh, save it backwards. Yeah, Flying defend ability. Okay. Oh, man. Do I Devour Soul here and remove the Insect Swarm? Oh, that's why everyone's saying just keep using Flynamo, because it's a defense. I'm sitting over here like, is it Flynamo defend? Yeah, it's a defend. Just don't, just treetop. All of a sudden, like, I use it, and if you defend, doesn't treetop rotate backwards. So I'm like, yeah. Yeah. This is, it's gonna go through it. It's gonna go, sorry, it's gonna go through it. I mean, yeah. Get him to 7, Curse Grave. Yeah, I'm sitting here like, I'm playing, trying to defend this, and then I look over at chat, and like, 7 things just went, and I'm like, oh my god, people are talking to me, and like, they're talking about all these plays that I should have done in that turn. If anyone knows, if anyone out there knows how to change it so my Twitch stream is not a huge 10-second delay, please let me know. That is the one thing that I desperately want to fix, is how much of a delay my Twitch stream is. Nah, that thing's never gonna go off. I'm fine with that. But if people can tell me how to fix that, that will be the best thing in the world. Is how I can make it so my stream does not have a 10-second delay. Next turn, I think I'm just going to Terrify. Actually, maybe not. Maybe I could wait like one turn. God, that Insect Swarm, man. Maybe I do just let the Insect Swarm just start ticking me down. And I get to the point where I'm like at 2, and then I pop the Cursed Grave and watch him die from it. I think that sounds reasonable. I think that sounds reasonable. Which makes me not even want to Flynamo and let this hit me for 16. Yeah. I mean, we have... Oh, pretty much what we have to do is make it so he doesn't heal this turn or put up any damage reduction, right? He doesn't heal this turn, no damage reduction, and we can Cursed Grave and kill him. Please don't. No. Okay, don't lay a single one of those for some reason. Don't do it. Not a single reason. Not a single reason would you want to do that. Guys. Guys. Did we just win? Because he's going to do 17 and I'm at 19 essentially. Wow. I got to give him the well played for that one. We're amazing at this game. We're amazing. After like me misreading Twitch chat so many times. Guys, we won. That is amazing. That is incredibly amazing. What was the thing I wanted to change? Oh, add the second item in. That's right. I wanted to add the second item in. Actually, we are doing fine on card draw. We were doing just fine. But I think I take this out and I add that item in. I add in the Viserys Crown. Cursed Grave is my win condition, exactly. Exactly. It's that one that no one expects coming. It just says in Twitch options. In Twitch options? Okay. Well, yeah, I like the crown in here. Obviously, we have a lot of buffs. If our opponent removes the buffs, cool, we get to draw cards. We can bring them back with the Venom Feeder. Everything's working out really well. This deck looks to be a lot more well-rounded than it was before. That's nothing to say about you, Filthy Cool. It's nothing to say about you. But, I mean, Mud Turtle helped me out a lot. So, credits to Mud Turtle. Thank you very much for letting me see your deck and letting me see how yours worked. Doesn't that reduce quality for speed? Not really. We added a lot more healing with our buffs, with our combos, I mean. We added a lot more card draw now that we have Abyss Hoarder. Viserys Crown. Part of me now wants to take out one Epic Master and add in a second Fountain of Time, though. Because I think the Fountain of Times are going to be a lot better than the Epic Master, too. They'll be a lot more useful with things like Toxic Frog, maybe even a Putrid Shaman, stuff like that, to be able to rotate things 2 forward, stuff like that. Oh, we abused that Flynamo. We abused that Flynamo. Yeah, this was not just my deck doctrine. This was everybody out there giving me card suggestions. Mud Turtle let me see her deck the way his or hers, the way theirs works. I'm really bad with genders unless I meet you in person, and then even then I'm bad with your name. So I should just really get used to saying there. I really should. But yeah, I think this is much more well-rounded. Obviously, the sad part is him. Dude, okay, good to know. But Turtle, thank you. The only thing, like I said, with these items now in here, if they have item removal, we can't use our time cards. We can't speed things up. So maybe we take out, like, what do we have for... Maybe 3 Venom Feeders is too much. Maybe we take 1 out and we add back in the Necrophant, or the Necro Dreadling. Because it'll move 3 action cards, so if they remove our item, boom, put Flying Wall back into our deck. We only use Necro Dreadling, especially against like Mountain or anything like that, to put items back. Otherwise, Necro Dreadling just sits in our hand. Helps us pay for all the shadow cards as well. Can you post the deck list on your site, please? THR Wild Wind 7, I will. My whole thing is because a deck is never finished until I'm officially done playing with it. So every deck that I play on stream, I will post, but I post it at the very end of the stream. Because if I post it right now, play a few games, come up with different ideas of how to do it, then I'll have to keep going back to my website and re-editing the deck and stuff like that. So I only post the deck after the show is completely done at 10 o'clock, and then the deck list goes up on stream, or on my website. So I'll show you the deck I have, so if you want to copy it, I'll show you the deck. We'll talk for a little bit. You guys can jot down notes, screen cap, whatever you want to do. But I only posted the very end of the stream. Did you see my solution to the stream delay? Oh, no, sorry, Boba, like I said, things have been going really quick. Let me open this up real quick. Thank you very much if you found something. Okay, so... Oh, no, yeah, THR, Win 7. Every deck I ever play, I always post on my website. And then I post on TradeJoy.cards. Filthy Failure, your computer's back, praise Talos. Oh god, I missed a whole bunch, didn't I? So do I go into my dashboard? Is it in my dashboard? Because right now I open up the link and it just says, sorry, unless you've got a time machine, this content is unavailable. Which means did they take it out? Is that an old link? In the live tab, scroll down to the stream delay section, adjust the slider as you like. In the stream... The live tab. Okay, I'm in the live tab. There is stream health, stream information. Chat, video previewer, stream markers, stats. Okay, I'm in the dashboard. Like, legitimately, this is the dashboard right here. What I'm seeing is my dashboard. Okay, there is optimization preferences in the channel settings. There's 2 of them. Right now I'm on normal latency, best for best for highest video quality, highest resolution, and reduced video buffering. But then there's low latency, which is best for near real-time interactions with viewers. I'm going to hit that right now. I'm going to hit that and see what happens. So if the stream suddenly loses quality. It looks like I'm still at 720. Okay, I just went back to the dashboard. Test. Delay test. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna hold up a finger, and the moment you guys see it in stream, type type the salute, okay? So there's a 6-second delay now. Rocket Star, just type that. I am... Man, I wish there was a way to just, like... Is there a way to just, like, refresh my chat? Or refresh my thing? It's almost 8 o'clock, so I'm gonna take a quick break here. What I'm gonna do though, because I'm just taking a break, it might not change to refresh exactly. Because I'm at the 8 o'clock mark, because I'm at that mark where, you know, hey, put that buffer up, go to the bathroom, do my mid-stream break. I am going to, quote-unquote, end the stream and just restart it right away. It'll come back as the away screen. So, hopefully that works. I'm going to use the bathroom. I'll be back in like 2 minutes or so. So don't go anywhere or go anywhere. Just wait till I come back. It's up to you. But we're going to see if that works. We're going to see if I fixed it, and when I restart the stream, it takes effect. Okay.